Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Or felt suddenly exhausted after doing something that used to be effortless? What if I told you that some of the hardest parts of aging aren't the wrinkles or gray hair, but the quiet, unexpected changes no one warns you about? Aging doesn't come with a manual. It sneaks into everyday moments. Forgetting familiar names, feeling more tired than usual, struggling to sleep, or realizing your social circle has grown smaller without you noticing. These changes can feel frustrating, isolating, and even a little scary, especially when you don't hear people talk about them openly. In today's video, we're diving into the real, often uncomfortable truths about getting older. The things many seniors experience, but few are prepared for. All more importantly, we'll talk about how to face these changes with clarity, dignity, and practical strategies that can truly improve daily life. If you've ever thought, "Is it just me?" This video is for you. So stay with me, because what we're about to discuss might help you understand yourself, your loved ones, or your future in a whole new way. If you find this content helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Aging brings many uncomfortable changes that people rarely talk about openly. When we're younger, we tend to imagine aging as something distant and simple. Maybe a few wrinkles, some gray hair, and slower movements. But the reality is far more complex. Aging quietly affects the way we think, feel, and experience everyday life, often in ways that catch us completely off guard. One of the most common and frustrating changes is memory decline. Forgetting names, misplacing items, or struggling to recall simple details can feel alarming. Many people worry that these moments mean something is seriously wrong, when in fact they are a natural part of aging for many adults. Still, that doesn't make them any less unsettling. Memory lapses can chip away at confidence and make social situations uncomfortable, especially when no one prepares you for them. Then there's the exhaustion. Tasks that once required little effort, making a meal, running errands, or even getting dressed, can suddenly feel draining. This constant fatigue isn't laziness, and it isn't weakness. As the body ages, energy levels change, muscles recover more slowly, and even sleep may become less restorative. Yet, many seniors feel guilty for needing more rest, simply because no one talks honestly about this shift. Physical changes can also feel deeply personal and frustrating. Weight gain, reduced mobility, aches, and stiffness may appear even when habits haven't changed much. Alongside these physical shifts come emotional ones: increased irritability, sadness, anxiety, or a sense of losing control over your own life. These emotional changes are often intensified by social losses, friends moving away, loved ones passing on, or feeling less connected to the world around you. What makes all of this harder is silence. Society celebrates youth but avoids honest conversations about aging. As a result, many older adults believe they are struggling alone. But the truth is, and these experiences are shared by millions. Aging is not a personal failure. It is a natural, complex process that deserves understanding, compassion, and practical support. By talking openly about these uncomfortable changes, we take away their power. Awareness allows us to adapt, seek solutions, and approach aging with greater confidence and dignity. The more we understand what's happening, the less frightening it becomes, and the more control we regain over our quality of life. Forgetting names and important details is one of the most common and most embarrassing experiences that comes with aging. You might run into someone you've known for years and suddenly blank on their name. Or you may forget an appointment, a familiar address, or why you picked up the phone in the first place. These moments can feel deeply unsettling, especially when they happen in public or around people you care about. What makes this even harder is the fear that often follows. Many seniors immediately worry that these memory slips are signs of something serious, or that they are losing themselves. In reality, occasional forgetfulness is a normal part of aging. As the brain processes information more slowly, retrieving names and details can take longer. The information is often still there. It just needs a little more time or a gentle reminder to surface. The good news is that there are simple, practical ways to manage these memory lapses without frustration or shame. One of the most effective strategies is writing things down. Keeping a small notebook or using notes on your phone to record names, appointments, and personal details can make a huge difference. For example, jotting down a neighbor's name along with a small detail, like where you met or what they enjoy, creates a mental connection that's easier to recall later. Technology can also be a powerful ally. Setting reminders on your phone or calendar for meetings, birthdays, or daily tasks helps reduce the mental pressure of trying to remember everything on your own. Instead of relying solely on memory, you're creating a support system that works with your brain, not against it. Just as important is changing how you respond when you do forget. Asking someone to repeat their name is not a weakness, it's a sign of honesty and engagement. Most people appreciate the effort and understand more than you might expect. A simple, confident response like, "I'm sorry, remind me of your name again," can instantly ease tension and preserve connection. Managing memory changes isn't about perfection. It's about being proactive, kind to yourself, and willing to adapt. Forgetting a name doesn't define your intelligence or your worth. With small habits, practical tools, and a shift in mindset, you can continue to stay socially connected, confident, and present, without letting forgetfulness control your life. Sudden exhaustion is another difficult reality of aging that often comes without warning. Many older adults are surprised to find themselves feeling drained after doing tasks that once seemed effortless, preparing a meal, tidying the house, or walking a short distance. This kind of fatigue can be confusing and frustrating, especially when your motivation is still there, but your body simply doesn't keep up. It's important to understand that this exhaustion is not a personal failure. As we age, the body's ability to produce and maintain energy naturally changes. Muscles recover more slowly, metabolism shifts, and sleep may not be as deep or restorative as it once was. On top of that, the body often works harder just to perform basic functions, which can leave you feeling tired even without heavy activity. One of the most effective ways to manage sudden fatigue is learning to pace yourself. Instead of trying to complete everything at once, break tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Spread activities throughout the day rather than clustering them into one exhausting period. Taking short breaks, just a few minutes to sit, stretch, or breathe, can help your energy rebound more than pushing through until you're completely worn out. Hydration also plays a crucial role in energy levels. Many seniors don't drink enough water, and even mild dehydration can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and weakness. Making a habit of sipping water regularly throughout the day can significantly improve how you feel. Keeping a water bottle nearby serves as a simple reminder to stay hydrated. Nutrition is another key factor that's often overlooked. Large, heavy meals can cause energy crashes, while poor nutrition leaves the body without the fuel it needs. Eating smaller, balanced meals throughout the day helps maintain steady energy. Focus on nutrient-dense foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. These provide long-lasting energy instead of quick spikes followed by exhaustion. Perhaps most importantly, learn to listen to your body without guilt. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It's a form of self-care. Napping briefly, sitting down when needed, or slowing your pace is your body's way of asking for support. By respecting these signals and adjusting your daily rhythm, you can preserve your energy, reduce frustration, and regain a sense of control over your day. Unexpected weight gain is another common and frustrating change that many people experience as they age. You may find yourself gaining weight even though your eating habits and activity levels haven't changed much. This can feel confusing and discouraging, especially if you've always been able to maintain your weight without much effort. The truth is, aging naturally slows down metabolism, meaning the body burns fewer calories than it once did, even at rest. As muscle mass gradually decreases with age, fat becomes easier to store, particularly around the midsection. However, this shift isn't a sign of laziness or lack of discipline. It's a biological change. However, understanding this process is the first step toward managing it effectively and without self-blame. One of the most important adjustments is becoming more mindful of portion sizes. Because the body needs fewer calories, eating the same amounts as before can slowly lead to weight gain. This doesn't mean drastic dieting or deprivation. Small changes, such as using smaller plates, eating more slowly, and paying attention to hunger cues, can make a meaningful difference over time. Food quality also matters more than ever. Focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods helps support metabolism, energy, and overall health. Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats provide the nutrients your body needs without excess empty calories. Not reducing processed foods, sugary snacks, and refined carbohydrates can help prevent weight gain while also improving digestion and energy levels. Physical activity remains essential, even if intense workouts are no longer realistic or enjoyable. Walking is one of the best and most accessible forms of exercise for older adults. A daily walk, even for 20 to 30 minutes, supports heart health, improves mood, and helps burn calories consistently. Just as important is light strength training. Simple exercises using body weight, resistance bands, or light dumbbells help preserve muscle mass, which plays a key role in keeping metabolism active. The goal is not perfection, but consistency. Gentle, regular movement combined with mindful eating creates sustainable results. Instead of fighting your body, you learn to work with it. By adapting your habits to your body's changing needs, you can maintain a healthy weight, feel stronger, and move through daily life with greater confidence and comfort. Visiting the doctor more frequently is another reality of aging that many people find overwhelming. What once may have been an occasional annual checkup can slowly turn into regular appointments, routine tests, follow-ups, and specialist visits. It can feel as though your life begins to revolve around medical schedules, which may create stress, anxiety, and even frustration. Some people start to dread these visits, seeing them as a sign that their health is declining. However, it's important to shift how we view frequent medical appointments. Rather than being a burden, they are actually a powerful form of prevention. Regular checkups help detect potential health issues early, often before symptoms become serious. Monitoring things like blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, bone density, and vision allows doctors to intervene sooner when treatment is simpler and outcomes are better. In many cases, these visits help preserve independence rather than take it away. That said, managing multiple appointments can be mentally exhausting. Dates, medications, test results, and doctor's instructions can easily become confusing. This is where organization becomes essential. Using a health calendar, whether digital or on paper, can significantly reduce stress. Writing down appointment dates, times, and locations helps you stay prepared and avoid last-minute panic or missed visits. Keeping a medical journal is another valuable habit. Recording symptoms, medication changes, side effects, and questions before each appointment ensures that nothing important is forgotten. It also helps you communicate more clearly with healthcare providers, making each visit more productive. Over time, this journal becomes a personal health record that gives you a clearer picture of your own well-being. It's also important to advocate for yourself. Don't hesitate to ask questions, request clarification, or bring a trusted family member or friend to appointments if you feel overwhelmed. You have the right to understand your health and the choices available to you. Frequent doctor visits don't mean you're losing control, they mean you're taking responsibility. By staying organized and proactive, you can turn medical care into a tool for confidence, peace of mind, and long-term health. A decline in concentration and memory is another change that often surprises people as they age. Activities that once felt relaxing and effortless, like reading a book, following a movie plot, or staying focused during a conversation, may suddenly require much more effort. You might find yourself rereading the same page multiple times or losing track of what you were doing just moments ago. These experiences can be frustrating and may even cause worry or self-doubt. It's important to remember that this shift doesn't mean your mind is no longer capable. Aging brains often process information more slowly, and attention can fade more easily, especially when you're tired or overwhelmed. The key is not to fight these changes, but to adapt your habits in ways that support mental clarity rather than drain it. One helpful strategy is breaking activities into shorter sessions. Instead of reading for an hour, try 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Taking brief mental breaks allows your brain to reset and absorb information more effectively. This approach reduces frustration and makes it easier to stay engaged without feeling mentally exhausted. Keeping the brain active is just as important as resting it. Brain-stimulating activities such as puzzles, word games, crosswords, and memory challenges help strengthen neural connections. These exercises encourage the brain to stay flexible and alert, much like physical exercise keeps the body strong. Even a few minutes a day can make a noticeable difference over time. Learning something new is another powerful way to support cognitive health. Taking up a new hobby, learning a musical instrument, or trying a new language or even mastering a new recipe challenges the brain in fresh ways. New experiences create new pathways in the brain, improving both focus and memory while also adding a sense of purpose and enjoyment. Sleep, physical movement, and nutrition also play critical roles in concentration. Poor sleep can dramatically affect memory and attention, so establishing healthy sleep routines is essential. Light exercise increases blood flow to the brain, and balanced nutrition provides the fuel it needs to function well. Mental sharpness isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. With patience, curiosity, and supportive habits, you can continue to stay mentally engaged, confident, and connected to the world around you, even as your focus naturally evolves with age. Loneliness and shrinking social circles are some of the most painful and least discussed aspects of aging. Over time, friends may move away, become less mobile, or sadly pass on. Relationships that once filled daily life with conversation, laughter, and shared routines can slowly fade, leaving behind long stretches of quiet. Even people who were once very social can find themselves feeling isolated without fully understanding how it happened. This kind of loneliness isn't just emotional, it affects overall health. Studies consistently show that social isolation can increase stress, weaken the immune system, and even impact memory and mood. Yet, many older adults hesitate to talk about it, fearing they will seem needy or burdensome. The truth is, loneliness is not a personal failure, where it's a natural response to life changes that come with aging. One of the most effective ways to address loneliness is staying socially active, even in small, manageable ways. Community groups and local clubs offer opportunities to connect with others who share similar interests. Book clubs, walking groups, gardening programs, art classes, or volunteer activities can provide both structure and meaningful interaction. These settings reduce the pressure of starting over socially, because everyone is there for a shared purpose. For those with limited mobility or transportation challenges, online connection can be a powerful alternative. Virtual communities, social media groups, and video calls allow people to build relationships without leaving home. Joining online forums centered around hobbies, life experiences, or support groups can create a sense of belonging and understanding. While online connections may feel unfamiliar at first, many find them surprisingly fulfilling. It's also important to remember that connection doesn't require a large social circle. A few consistent interactions, a weekly call, a regular class, or even brief conversations with neighbors can significantly improve emotional well-being. Quality matters more than quantity. Reaching out can feel uncomfortable, especially after loss or long periods of isolation. But each small step toward connection builds confidence and emotional resilience. By staying open to new relationships and forms of communication, loneliness becomes less overwhelming. Aging may change how social lives look, but it doesn't mean connection, warmth, and meaningful relationships have to disappear. A decline in mobility is another challenge that often becomes more noticeable with age. Movements that once felt automatic, walking around the block, bending down to tie shoes, getting out of a chair, can slowly become more difficult. This change can be discouraging, especially for those who have always been active and independent. The fear of falling or getting injured may also cause people to move less, which can further worsen mobility over time. Reduced mobility happens for many reasons. Muscles naturally lose strength, joints become stiffer, and balance may not be as steady as before. These physical changes are a normal part of aging, but they don't mean movement has to stop. In fact, gentle and consistent movement is one of the most effective ways to slow mobility loss and maintain independence. Yet stretching plays a crucial role in keeping the body flexible. Simple daily stretches help loosen tight muscles, improve joint range of motion, and reduce stiffness. Even just a few minutes each morning or evening can make everyday movements feel easier and more comfortable. Stretching also improves circulation, which supports muscle health and recovery. Low-impact exercises are especially beneficial for older adults. Walking is one of the simplest and most effective ways to stay mobile. It strengthens the legs, improves balance, and supports cardiovascular health without placing excessive stress on the joints. A short daily walk at a comfortable pace can make a noticeable difference over time. Yoga and similar gentle practices focus on flexibility, balance, and controlled movement. Modified or chair-based yoga is widely available and designed specifically for seniors. These exercises help improve posture, core strength, and body awareness, all of which reduce the risk of falls. Water-based exercise is another excellent option. Swimming or water aerobics provide resistance for strengthening muscles, while the water supports body weight, making movement easier and safer. The key to maintaining mobility is consistency, not intensity. Starting slowly, listening to your body, and choosing activities you enjoy makes it easier to stay active long-term. Movement is not about pushing limits, it's about preserving freedom. By keeping the body gently active, you protect your ability to move, stay independent, and continue doing the things that bring meaning and joy to everyday life. Now, sleep disturbances are another common and frustrating change that often appears with aging. Many older adults find it harder to fall asleep, stay asleep, or return to sleep after waking during the night. You may go to bed feeling tired, only to lie awake for hours or wake up in the early morning and find your mind racing. Over time, poor sleep can leave you feeling exhausted, irritable, and unfocused during the day. These changes in sleep patterns are influenced by several factors. Hormonal shifts, increased sensitivity to noise or discomfort, medications, and stress all play a role. The body's internal clock also changes with age, often causing earlier sleepiness in the evening and earlier waking in the morning. While these shifts are common, they can significantly affect quality of life if left unaddressed. Yet one of the most effective ways to improve sleep is establishing a consistent sleep routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate the body's internal rhythm. Even on weekends, keeping a regular schedule trains the brain to recognize when it's time to rest. Over time, this consistency can make falling asleep easier and waking during the night less frequent. Limiting caffeine is another crucial step. Coffee, tea, chocolate, and some medications contain caffeine that can stay in the body for hours. Consuming these too late in the day can interfere with the ability to fall asleep. Switching to caffeine-free alternatives in the afternoon and evening often leads to noticeable improvements in sleep quality. Relaxation before bedtime also plays a powerful role, where creating a calming pre-sleep routine signals to the body that it's time to wind down. Gentle stretching, deep breathing, meditation, or reading something light can help quiet the mind. Avoiding screens before bed is especially important, as blue light from phones and televisions can disrupt melatonin production, making sleep more difficult. The sleep environment itself matters as well. A cool, dark, and quiet bedroom supports deeper rest. Comfortable bedding and minimizing nighttime disturbances can make a significant difference. Good sleep is not a luxury. It's essential for physical health, memory, mood, and energy. By building supportive sleep habits, older adults can improve rest, restore energy, and approach each day with greater clarity and balance. Declining vision and hearing are changes that often happen gradually, yet making them easy to ignore at first. You may notice that reading small print becomes more difficult, even with good lighting, or that conversations in crowded or noisy environments are harder to follow. Over time, these challenges can affect confidence, communication, and overall enjoyment of daily life, especially in social situations. Many older adults hesitate to acknowledge these changes. Some worry that wearing glasses or hearing aids will make them appear old, while others simply adapt by avoiding situations that feel uncomfortable. Unfortunately, untreated vision and hearing loss can lead to frustration, misunderstandings, and social withdrawal. When it becomes harder to see or hear clearly, people may stop participating in conversations, miss important information, or feel disconnected from those around them. Regular eye and hearing exams are essential for maintaining quality of life as we age. These checkups can detect changes early and offer simple solutions that make a big difference. Updated eyeglass prescriptions can dramatically improve reading, driving, and overall visual comfort. In some cases, vision problems may also signal other health issues, making early detection even more important. Hearing exams are just as critical. Hearing loss often develops slowly, so people may not realize how much they are missing. Modern hearing aids are discreet, advanced, and highly effective at filtering background noise and enhancing speech clarity. Using a hearing aid is not a sign of weakness. It's a tool that allows you to stay engaged, informed, and connected. Adapting to these changes also requires self-compassion. Straining to hear or see can be mentally exhausting and stressful. Giving yourself permission to use assistive devices reduces that strain and improves daily comfort. Small adjustments, such as using brighter lighting, increasing text size, or choosing quieter settings for conversations, can also help. Maintaining clear vision and hearing is about preserving independence and connection. The ability to read, communicate, and interact with confidence supports emotional well-being and cognitive health. By staying proactive with regular checkups and embracing helpful tools, you can continue to engage fully with the world around you and enjoy meaningful interactions without unnecessary limitations. Increased sensitivity to heat and cold is another change that often surprises people as they age. And temperatures that once felt comfortable may suddenly become unbearable. A warm summer day can feel overwhelming, while a cool evening may leave you feeling chilled to the bone. These shifts can make everyday activities uncomfortable and, at times, even risky if not managed properly. As the body ages, its ability to regulate temperature becomes less efficient. Changes in circulation, metabolism, and skin thickness can all affect how heat and cold are processed. Certain medications and health conditions can further increase sensitivity, making it harder for the body to adapt to temperature extremes. This is not a personal weakness. It's a natural physiological change that requires thoughtful adjustments. One of the simplest and most effective strategies is dressing in layers. Wearing multiple light layers allows you to adjust your clothing throughout the day as temperatures change. Breathable, moisture-wicking fabrics are ideal in warm weather, helping the body stay cool and dry. In colder conditions, materials like wool or fleece help retain heat without adding too much bulk. Adjusting the home environment is just as important. During colder months, using extra blankets, warm socks, or heating pads can provide comfort and reduce stiffness in muscles and joints. Keeping indoor temperatures consistent helps prevent sudden chills. In warmer seasons, fans, air conditioning, or good ventilation can make a significant difference. Cool compresses, light clothing, and staying hydrated also help the body manage heat more effectively. Being mindful of temperature sensitivity also means planning daily activities wisely. Avoiding outdoor errands during extreme heat or cold, choosing early morning or evening hours for walks, and listening closely to your body's signals can prevent discomfort and health risks. Feeling dizzy, excessively tired, or unusually cold or hot are signs that adjustments are needed. Comfort plays a major role in overall well-being. When the body is too hot or too cold, energy drops and irritability increases. By making small, practical changes and respecting your body's new limits, you can stay comfortable year-round. Adapting to temperature sensitivity isn't about restriction. It's about creating an environment that supports health, safety, and daily comfort as you age. Becoming more irritable or short-tempered is a change that many people notice as they grow older, yet few feel comfortable talking about it. With small inconveniences, such as a delayed appointment, unexpected noise, or minor disruptions to routine, can suddenly feel overwhelming. You may find yourself reacting more strongly than you used to, and afterward wondering why your patience seems thinner than before. These emotional shifts are not a character flaw. Changes in hormone levels, brain chemistry, and increased physical discomfort can all affect how emotions are processed. On top of that, the accumulated stress of life, health concerns, losses, financial worries, or changes in independence can quietly build up over time. When stress becomes chronic, the nervous system stays on high alert, making irritation more likely. One of the most effective ways to manage irritability is through conscious breathing. When frustration starts to rise, slow, deep breaths can quickly calm the nervous system. Inhaling deeply through the nose, holding briefly, and exhaling slowly through the mouth signals the body to relax. Even a few breaths can create enough space to respond calmly instead of reacting impulsively. Mindfulness is another powerful tool. Practicing mindfulness means becoming aware of your thoughts and emotions without judging them. By noticing irritation as it arises rather than pushing it away, you gain control over how you respond. Simple practices such as pausing, observing your surroundings, or gently redirecting your attention can reduce emotional intensity and bring clarity in tense moments. Gratitude also plays a surprisingly strong role in emotional balance. Regularly focusing on what is going well helps retrain the brain to notice positives rather than frustrations. Keeping a short gratitude list, reflecting on small moments of comfort, or appreciating kind interactions can gradually shift mood and perspective. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, but rather balancing them with awareness of what still brings value and joy. Emotional well-being is just as important as physical health. By using simple, intentional practices, irritability becomes more manageable. With patience and self-compassion, it's possible to regain emotional balance and experience daily life with greater calm, understanding, and peace of mind. The feeling of losing independence is one of the most emotionally challenging aspects of aging. For many people, independence is closely tied to identity, dignity, and self-worth. Being able to run errands, manage a household, or take care of daily needs without help represents freedom and control. When these abilities begin to fade, even slightly, it can trigger fear, frustration, and a deep sense of loss. Needing assistance with tasks that once felt effortless, such as grocery shopping, driving, cleaning, or even personal care, can feel uncomfortable and humbling. Many older adults resist asking for help because they worry about being a burden or appearing weak. This resistance is understandable, but it can also lead to unnecessary stress, exhaustion, and isolation. It's important to reframe what independence truly means. Accepting help does not mean giving up control. It means choosing how to use your energy wisely. When assistance is used for physically demanding or draining tasks, It frees up strength and time for activities that bring joy, meaning, and connection. In this sense, support becomes a tool for preserving independence, not losing it. Learning to accept help begins with trust and communication. Whether the support comes from family members, friends, neighbors, or professionals, clear boundaries and honest conversations help maintain dignity. Asking for help with specific tasks allows you to stay involved in decision-making and feel respected rather than helpless. There is also empowerment in recognizing limits. Pushing beyond physical or emotional capacity can increase the risk of injury, burnout, and frustration. Choosing support when needed is an act of self-care and self-respect. It allows you to live more comfortably and safely while maintaining control over your daily life. Aging requires adaptation, not surrender. Independence evolves. It doesn't disappear. By embracing assistance thoughtfully, older adults can remain active participants in their lives, focus on what truly matters, and maintain a positive outlook. Accepting help is not a step backward. It's a smart and compassionate way to continue living fully, with purpose, balance, and dignity. Aging is not an easy journey, and it was never meant to be. It brings changes that challenge the body, the mind, and the emotions, often all at once. From physical limitations and shift in energy levels to emotional adjustments and social changes, aging can feel overwhelming at times. Yet, despite these challenges, aging is not something to fear or face in silence. It is a shared human experience, and understanding it is the first step toward living well through it. When we understand what is happening to our bodies and minds, many of the fears surrounding aging begin to lose their power. Changes such as memory lapses, fatigue, mood shifts, or reduced mobility are not personal failures. They are natural transitions. By recognizing them as part of the aging process, we can respond with compassion instead of frustration. Knowledge gives us the ability to adapt rather than resist, and adaptation is what preserves quality of life. Learning to adjust habits, expectations, and routines allows aging to become more manageable. Small, intentional changes, such as pacing daily activities, staying socially connected, seeking medical care early, or accepting help when needed, can make a profound difference. These adjustments do not take away independence. They strengthen it by protecting energy, safety, and emotional well-being. Perhaps the most important message is that no one has to face aging alone. Many people experience the same worries, doubts, and challenges, even if they don't talk about them openly. Reaching out for support, sharing experiences, and staying connected can ease the emotional weight of aging. Whether through family, friends, community groups, or shared conversations, connection reminds us that we are understood and valued. Aging also brings opportunities for growth, reflection, and deeper appreciation of life. With perspective comes wisdom, resilience, and the ability to focus on what truly matters. By approaching aging with awareness, openness, and support, it becomes possible to live with dignity, purpose, and peace. Aging may not be easy, but it does not have to be lonely or hopeless. With understanding, adaptation, and connection, it is possible to improve quality of life and continue moving forward, stronger, wiser, and never alone. As we come to the end of this video, one thing becomes clear. Aging is not just about growing older, it's about learning how to adapt, understand yourself, and move forward with compassion. The changes we've talked about today can feel uncomfortable, even overwhelming at times, but they do not define your worth or limit your ability to live a meaningful life. What truly matters is how you respond to these changes. By becoming aware, staying proactive, and allowing yourself support, you give yourself permission to age with dignity rather than fear. You are not weak for needing rest, help, or adjustment. You are human. And every small step you take toward understanding your body, your mind, and your emotions is a step toward a better quality of life. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Millions of people share these experiences, even if they don't always speak about them. Conversations like this help break the silence and remind us that connection, understanding, and hope are always available. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more thoughtful content about aging, health, and living well, and share this video with someone who might need encouragement today. Your support helps this message reach those who need it most.